What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about the MyTEAM modes in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM and what's worth you guys playing, what's not worth you guys playing. After, 4 days, I have a way better idea and can help you guys decide what's worth playing for you or not. Now, as we do dive into talk about this thing, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. As always, I appreciate all the support on the channel. You guys are amazing. We're going to start with domination, right? Two separate dominations, right? You got the Pascal Siakam domination, which is the NBA domination, and then you got the WNBA domination. Here's my opinion on it, right? The NBA domination is way more worth it than the WNBA domination for a variety of reasons. Obviously, the Pascal Siakam is really the meat and potatoes of that. Like, if you're going to grind domination, make sure you grind the NBA domination first. Because, again, Pascal Siakam's really good. Whereas, like, the WNBA domination, like, yeah, you're still playing offline. It's easy to do. You're still going to get somewhat rewarded. But it's just not nearly as rewarding. So I do want to make that clear. Like, I love domination. I will always say, like, if you guys out there are a beginner level player, domination is a great mode to just start it, right? Obviously, you can change what you do after that, but domination is just a great mode to start with. Salary cap up next. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Salary cap over the course of the last 24 hours went from S tier to D tier. When salary cap at 6,000 points was said to give people basically people thought you were going to get a free pink diamond at the end of it, right? You would get Jason Kidd, you would get, one of those pink diamonds. And then 2K had the audacity to the last minute say, oh no, by the way, that's not what this is supposed to be. We're going to change it up on you guys, and now you're going to get like an emerald player. That's what 2K decided to do. So salary cap went from being S tier to now I'm putting it at D tier. I just don't see a world in which salary cap is worth playing. Again, 2K had something going for them with salary cap, and then they changed it last minute, and now salary cap is not rewarding whatsoever. So that's just kind of the truth behind salary cap. I wish I could sit up here and tell you guys it's higher, but simply put, it's not. Salary cap is a D tier caliber mode. There's no real ifs, ands, or buts about it. Showdown, I'm going to throw it at C tier. I do think Showdown is more rewarding side by side than salary cap, especially with those weekly rewards, with the ladder rewards. Like, I think side by side, if you do want to play an online type of mode, Showdown is slightly more rewarding. Now, I'm not saying it's super rewarding. I still am going to put it at C tier as, not that rewarding. But it is what it is. I'm going to have to play and compete in Showdown, not only to upgrade my squad, but to get better at the game. And it's the same thing for you guys, right? If you're wanting to get better at the game and play against other sweats, Showdown is the mode for you. You just can't expect to get that rewarded. You need 75 wins to get that, mode reward player, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. Like, that's a lot of wins to get. But at the end of the day, it's kind of what I would recommend you guys doing if you do want that online 5v5 type of gameplay, because I really do not recommend salary cap. Next up, Breakout, S tier. And I know you need a ton of Breakout wins to get to that pink diamond, mode reward, but Breakout is it, right? And Breakout Gauntlet is a separate thing that for the average individual right now I wouldn't worry about, because you need 400 cards to win Breakout Gauntlet, so I really wouldn't worry about that a ton. But I will say, Breakout by itself is super rewarding. Now, watch my Breakout video that I uploaded today. But now within the Breakout boards, you get 3 different rewards. So for example, today, 2,000 MT popped up on the side of my board. I'm going to take 2,000 extra MT. You get 500 MT per Breakout game, which takes 3 minutes to do. So realistically, not even counting any of the other outside rewards, within Breakout, you can make, it's not going to sound like a ton, but if you get 20 games an hour, you're getting 10,000 MT already, plus all of the outside rewards with that. I love Breakout. I love, what it is compared to last year. Definitely a step up in the right direction, and it just feels rewarding. So I am going to throw it at that S tier. Triple Threat Park, I'm going to throw it in C tier. Like, I know if you get a big time win streak, or if you break a streak, the rewards are solid. I'm not going to sit up here and say they're terrible. But Triple Threat Park is a mode that I would recommend playing if you want it that type of setting, right? If you want to play like a triple threat online type of setting, if you want to play with friends, that or all-star team up is what I would recommend for you guys. To me, though, I don't think it's like a must play mode. I think it's fine if you do play it, but for me, it's not like a mode I'm like, yeah, you guys need to go get in Triple Threat Park. I think it's fine. There are daily win streak rewards, stuff like that, again, it's fine. It's just not necessarily a mode that I'm looking at right now that's like, yeah, it's easy to win in. You know, like the modes that are hard to win in, like a Showdown Triple Threat Park, I'm going to be somewhat lower on than like Breakout or Domination, where you're easily going to win these games. Like another reason I really like Domination this year is because it is so easy to win Domination games. It is such an easy thing to win. King of the Court up next. Do I recommend playing it? Obviously, there's the $10,000, but even the other rewards right now aren't that bad. And again, you can play it all weekend long. So I like King of the Court for the average individual, you know, more than I did in last year, let's say. I still don't think it's necessarily perfect. I still think they've got to work it out. But again, it probably is worth your time to play if you are good at the game. You are going to get rewarded in a decent way. Now, again, look at the rewards because it's not a one-size-fits-all. Like if I think, what is it, a 92-plus player that you guys can get in King of the Court could be worth your time. But again, it is not a one-size-fits-all. All-Star Team Up, I got to be honest. I know it's a fun mode. And if you play with the same 5 individuals, it is super rewarding. But for the average person, and this is again, it's not a one size fits all. For the average person, I don't think All-Star Team Up is that, worth playing. Now, again, not saying for you guys it can't be. I'm just saying for the average individual, I think there are better modes to play. I get it's fun. I get you can have fun with it. I'm not hating on that. But I'm just saying as far as like a rewarding mode, I think there are modes that are way more rewarding than All-Star Team Up. Exhibitions, look, I would always do your exhibitions, but if you're doing your exhibitions, make sure you're doing it with unsellable players, because at the end of the day right now, you want to sell the players that you can, especially like the Series 1 players. Sell them if you can. Exhibitions, I would always do them, so I'm going to put them at A, but make sure you're doing them with unsellable players. Grinding level 40. Look, at the end of the day, you can grind level 40 by playing any of these game modes, and that's really what I like about Klay, is like, you don't have to do anything ridiculous. You don't have to do anything crazy for him. All you got to do is grind it as you're going. You can play Breakout and get it done. You can play Domination and get it done. And that's kind of why I am a fan of Klay. Klay is obviously elite. He is the guy I would really focus on getting for you guys this season. And like I said, if you complete a Domination, you're going to get Klay Thompson, right? If you complete Domination, use your double XP, coins, you're basically, if you're not to Klay Thompson, you're basically going to be nearly all the way there. So it is something for you guys I would recommend making sure you do, is getting the Klay Thompson done. Sniping up next. I don't even want to rank sniping. I'm going to put it at C tier right now. There are filters out there that you can make MT on, right? Like there are. I've made some MT by sniping so far this year. I'm not going to say it's been a ton, but I've made some MT so far by sniping. But you've got to find something that works for you. And so what does that mean? Whether that's sniping, gold cards, whether that's sniping Ammies, whatever it is, sniping can be worth it, but you got to know what you're looking for. You got to know what you're trying to do. I also will say this. With how the auction house is at right now, or where it's, like how it's working, there's just not a ton of cards being posted. Again, a lot of people don't even have the game yet. Just, the people who pre-ordered it do. The rest of the people don't even have the game yet. And so I do expect sniping to get better as the game goes on. It's just right now, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. So, yes, I'm highest on Domination and Breakout. I'm highest on it. As far as getting, rewarded as far as, a season 1 mode completion for a pink diamond. That's tough for me to tell you what the best way to go about that is, because they patched our salary cap mode. Showdown is not necessarily going to be easy. Breakout, you got to play 500 games. So it is tough to do. Again, I would just say ultimately the one thing that I will hold on to is play the game mode you're going to have fun playing. If you hate Showdown, don't touch Showdown. If you hate Breakout, you don't have to touch Breakout, right? Like, you don't. Play the game modes you ultimately have fun with. Just try to get Klay along the way, right? Like, that's what I would focus on. Try to get Klay along the way, and you're going to have success on this game. That is really going to wrap it up for our video. Just kind of wanted to highlight some things, talk about some things since 2K decided that they wanted to patch our salary cap mode. That's no longer rewarded. It's tough. It's tough out here right now, but this is where I would rank each and every mode. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.